Whoa, Ultra Gear.
See, you don't know it's Tuesday because it's actually like Mega Thursday. You just don't know. It's been Thursday for 3 years. You guys just don't know. We're trapped in a Thursday matrix. That's why it sucks. Ever since 2016, it's been Thursday. Thursday Matrix sounds like a band name. Yeah, that's a pretty good band name. I like that. I like that band name. Thursday Matrix. It also sounds like the title of a really I don't know what you would call it. Like, what would be like the equivalent to like those romance novels that you see at the end of the bookshelf at Barnes and Noble, but like in the form of sci-fi? What would be the equivalent to that? Like, I don't know what you would call that, but that's what it sounds like. It sounds like some like generic like space like yeah, what is the equivalent to a sci-fi trashy romance novel? Like, you know how what's his name? You know how like Paul Anderson wrote just like so many books about like spaceships and stuff, but like Paul Anderson like is a decent writer, but like what if it was like a worse writer? I mean, there's a number of sci-fi trashy romance novels. Have you ever seen? I mean, I gotta show you guys, man. Man, why does every time? There we go. No, alt tab. I'm having so much trouble alt tabbing out of new games. Also, we'll have to see how intensive this this game is going to be on my system. I turned the graphics I turned shadows down to medium, but I kept everything else pretty high. I didn't put it on epic. I know that if it was on like epic, it would totally just trash the stream. But I want to see how close, because I did have a couple of dropped frames for Monster Hunter World. But my computer normally runs Monster Hunter World just fine. It's just when I'm streaming. Y'all ever heard about Chuck Tingle? I feel like that's kind of sci-fi. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty sci-fi. There you go. You had a Chuck Tingle, but then Dr. Clean it right up. Let me bring up some Chuck Tingle for you. Gotta get some Chuck up in here. Gotta get some Chuck. Here's some sci-fi. Here's some nasty sci-fi romance novels for you. Volume 8. What else we got? Here we go. You got some of that? Okay, but see, here's the thing. You say these are spoofs, right? Here's the thing. There's like a backstory to this. And it had to do with like there is definitely real dinosaur erotica, that's for sure. So the story behind oh, here's one for me. So here's the thing about Chuck Tingle. All right, so Chuck Tingle was like, you see all these like spoofs and stuff, right? You know, you got things like Space Raptor Butt Invasion, and what else we got? The Space Raptor Butt Trilogy, you know? My ass is haunted by the gay unicorn criminal. So these might be spoofs, but so here's the thing, right? Here's the deal about Chuck Tingle for those of you that don't know, and I may need to look it up because I may get the actual details not 100%, but takes no time to get fall for Christmas. So, what is this? Gay T-Rex law firm executive boner. So, Chuck Tingle, like, everything is like a spoof, right? It's all just like comedy. Some of these are actual, as far as I'm aware, some of these are actual books, right? But it was it's primarily ebooks, right? And they're on, and it's satire and erotica, but it's a response to, if I remember correctly, it was a response to like anti SJW like a movement in like sci-fi writing or like whatever. The idea was that like a bunch of these like anti-feminist numbnuts or whatever were like getting super mad about the fact that like things like the Hugo Award and other things were trying to be more inclusive to non-white writers and whatever, and people were saying like, oh, like all the best sci-fi has been written by white people, so why do you have to exclude those people from blah blah blah, right? And so you had Chuck Tingle, if I remember correct, like I let me just look it up so that way I can actually like get it correct. But like look at this guy's like lexicon. Like it went, let me I'm trying to find the actual reason. So hang on, is this, I mean it's on Vox, but whatever. You always find it funny when there are people who get butthurt about sci-fi being progressive. It's like, you know what this genre is, right? Well, that's what people were getting mad about Star Trek. Like, I don't get people being like, oh, Star Trek, like, I liked it the way it was. Star Trek has always been inclusive. You know what? I think that's what it was, Angtat. I think it had to do with something with like men's rights activists being like all huffy and puffy about the fact that like more women writers were being nominated for the Hugo Award, and so all they did was that they saw that Chuck Tingle was like writing sci-fi whatever, and so everyone voted for him to be like a Hugo Award nominee, right? But it was all just like a huge like facade on Chuck Tingle's part, because like he was actually just like writing like satirical gay romance novels. Like it had to do something. If I remember correctly, I don't know if I wish that I had it off the top of my head, but like sci-fi culture. Maybe this is what it is. For many years, the sci-fi fiction fantasy community, universally shortened has been dealing with growing attention between progressive writers who advocate for a broader range of representative experiences and a more conservative crowd who opposes them. Okay, this is what it is. In 2009, many sci-fi writers, observers, and fans had an industry-wide year-long series of conversations about the importance of identity and representation in sci-fi culture. Those conversations, which were kicked off by a single controversial essay by a white author on the writing The Other, eventually became known as race fail. We won't go into it. Oh, well, it's going into it. Whatever. Okay, there's a lot of backstory. And blah, 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 like geek culture being like, oh, lots of white writers, so it's always been dominated by white older men, so blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's see. The Sad Puppies claimed the Hugo Award had become too politicized, too focused on promulgating diversity and wide representation in fiction at the expense of quality storytelling. Yeah. This is what I'm getting into. This is Chuck Tingle, man. It had like Gamergate was wrapped up into it. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Only 50,000 people participate in the annual Hugo nomination process, which has traditionally happened via a free-for-all write-in where anyone can nominate anyone at anything. As a result, the nominees are often scattered and spread over a wide sea of potential candidates. Thus, without a competing anti-puppies, pro-inclusivity slate of candidates from what would essentially have stood as an opposing political party, the puppies managed to game the entire nomination system. This year, the rabbit puppies did especially regarding several categories all to themselves, in part because they legitimized their choices by including mainstream popular authors like Stephen King, blah 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 blah, Neil Gaiman. But the rabbit puppies may also have made a crucial error. In addition to those more legitimate nominees, the group's 2016 slate once again included the likes of Vox Day, several nominees who quickly withdrew their names from their voting consideration when they didn't want anything to do with their puppies' tactics. And one very unlikely author, Chuck Tingle, for his short story Space Raptor Butt Invasion. Where Rabbit Puppies Leader Day made it clear that Tingle's nomination was a joke intended to delegitimize the Hugos as a measure of value in the science fiction whatever. What I don't know what the second F is. Sci-fi community. Many writers, including Jemison, felt that Tingle's inclusion was taking the joke too far. It's true that Tingle could have withdrawn his name so that other sci-fi fantasy fiction writers could have their shot. However, several of the other nominees, including popular author John Scalzi and Game of Thrones, have urged all nominated writers to remain on the ballot. Blah, blah, blah. So, what to do if you're a notably left-leaning, assertive, satirical comedian who's drafted into a culture war because of your humorous online erotica? What to do if it's possible that your presidents could be upstaging more deserving writers, even though you've been encouraged not to back out of the race? You don't get mad, you get funny. And so that's where the whole thing like starts taking off, right? So you had Space Raptor Butt Invasion, which was nominated for a Hugo Award as a joke from these anti-feminist, anti-inclusive white buttheads. Save for, in lieu for a much more descriptive term. And Chuck Tingle just ran with it. He ran with it. That's where all these other books come from. And it's hilarious because like the evolution, watching, like I don't like follow this like super good. I just kind of like I'm on the fringe of this understanding this whole phenomenon. But basically, like what ended up happening was that like the whole like rabid puppies or whatever, like as a result of jokingly nominating Chuck Tingle and the fact that Chuck Tingle took this and ran with it, like the rabid puppies like movement or whatever, like basically delegitimized themselves, because Chuck Tingle became like the face of them. I think it's just that in the last 10 years we're seeing the cultural landscape of the 20th century, which was largely dominated by a straight white man, fade away, and it's freaking a lot of people out because it's different. I mean, change happens. Like, I feel like just people need to adapt. Heck, like, when it comes... Okay, this is going to be, like, super ageist, too. But, like, man, old people need to just adapt, man. Like, I feel like young people... you know, anytime, you know, 80s and younger, it's like, bro, just, we had to adapt. Like, change happened so fast in our lives. Learn to adapt. We had to adapt so fast. It's just like, you guys can adapt like we adapted. Like, you're not all like righteous, and that's like super ageist or whatever, but yeah, I mean, it was slower for that time to change, and so like, and it was the cultural landscape for the past 10 to 20s. You're exactly right. Like, it's just a matter of that change happening and people being like, I don't. It's like when Stewie Griffin, when one of my favorite Family Guy clips is when like something happens and like I don't know what it was. It's like a cutaway joke or whatever, but like something happens in Family Guy where like half of the Griffin's house gets destroyed, and it's just like a cross section into Stewie's room, and like he's sitting there and he's like, "What happened? What's going on? I don't like change." But yeah, so that's the whole story about Chuck Tingle. So, and if he's got a Twitter, and a lot of people love this stuff just because of how he took this, like, he basically just took this asshole movement and ran with it, and now we know about Chuck Tingle, and knowing is half the butt pounding battle. And there's so many like, he got pounded. One of the books is he got pounded in the butt by his Hugo Award. Hang on, Chuck Tingle. I'm gonna not be on images right now. There's one that's like, hang on, let me get to the actual. There's one that's like, yeah, yeah, this one, this one, pounded in the butt by my book, pounded in the butt by my book, pounded in the book by my book, pounded in the butt by my book, pounded in the butt by my butt. It's like a fourth sequel. So the first one is, you know, pounded in the book by my book. So this is the first book, right? Pounded in the butt by my own butt. Pounded in the butt by my book. Pounded in the butt by my own butt. And then and then there's pounded in the butt by my book. Pounded in the butt by my book. Pounded in the butt by my own butt. And then he gets pounded in the butt by that book, and then he gets pounded in the butt by that book. Pounded in the butt, Inception. I like this one especially. Fake news, real boners. Anyway, so that's the lore of Chuck Tingle. Chuck's dinosaur tinglers, and that's how we ended up talking about Chuck Tingle. Anyway, alright, so what do we have on the store today? Chuck Tingle, you walked into Chuck Tingle. Butt stuff, really. So, I hope everyone's having a really good day. It's Tuesday, everybody. Please just be silent and let us move on. I love you guys so much. Alright, well, I hope you guys are having a good Tuesday. Zula said it best himself. I hope everyone had a safe holiday. Hope everyone had a really good weekend. Did some relaxing stuff. It was pretty relaxing for us. We played Technical Difficulties, and I played some more Lego Harry Potter. We watched Great British Baking Show. I tried to do some work over the weekend, but I just could not do it. And I don't know, it was just a pretty dang good, relaxing weekend, I suppose. Normally you would take offense, but you know how I could be. I love you guys so much. What's this? What's this going on? Anyway, welcome to the Lunchtime Let's Plays. My name is Paul. I'm an artist from Houston, Texas. I'm an artist, but I'm also a gamer. And everybody go buy some Chuck Tingle books. That man deserves all your money for putting anti-feminist, anti-progressive stuff in their place. And what are we playing today? Okay, so I was inspired by the fact that this was on sale, but B, because we were playing, we were doing some role playing on Dark Souls as Anakin Skywalker, and I figured, let's start a new series. I know that we were still playing some Final Fantasy. I'll come back to that eventually, but I am super excited to play this. I saw this. I've heard good things about it. I've also heard bad things about it. Mostly just from a technical standpoint, but I don't know how the PC version is going to be. But this is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. This is that new action adventure game that came out. What was it, last year or something? And I've been really wanting to play it. Yeah, I don't know. It was on sale. It was on sale for $20. It's still on sale for around $20. Well, I think it's like $24 or something like that on Steam right now for the holiday sale. One eternity later. And this is going to be a blind playthrough for me. I've never. This is the first time I played this game. I had never looked at a lot of footage. I saw just like a little bit of gameplay here and there. All I know that there's a little robot boy that sits on your shoulder, and that's pretty dang cute. And there's also lightsabers, and you play as a Jedi. And this will be one of the newest Star Wars games I've ever played. I think the most recent Star Wars game, like as far as like newness goes, was probably Lego Star Wars. Lego Star Wars 2. That was the newest Star Wars game I had ever played. It is still the most recent Star Wars game as far. Well, I guess unless you count Squadrons. Yeah. Squadrons I feel like would be the newest one, but this is like the new like full like adventure. And Squadrons is on sale too. If you guys are interested, I haven't pulled the trigger on Squadrons just yet, because I have so many freaking games in my library as it is that I need to play. And I mean, whatever. What's one more? I just bought this, so. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I'm really excited. Film grain, motion blur, whatever. We'll turn those off if we need. There's a fairly quick time events in this as well. What is story mode? Parry timing, incoming. Players who want to focus more on the story desire a minimal combat challenge. Players who are new to... I know you can't read this super well. So story mode. I guess really high parry timing. Players who want to focus more on the story and desire a minimal combat challenge. Oh, these can be changed at any time in the game menu. Okay, well, let's just go with Jedi Knight. I gotta hold it. We'll go on easy mode. And then if it gets super easy, we'll just you might get it for PS4. Do you have a PS4? Squadrons is a waste of time. What makes you say that, Darth? It looks pretty good. It would be something that I would PS4. That's right. PS5. I keep thinking 4 is the newest one. Oh, I hate those things. Get it, Master Chief, it's a brute! Oh, look at that cutie boy!
An error has been detected on line 10A. All our clamps are jammed. I need 2 workers to climb up and secure the cables.
That's not an easy maneuver.
The Gap will double your pay for this shift.
Chappie?
What's your score? That couldn't hurt. Huh?
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Confirm.
This way.
I'm right behind you.
Alright, first things first, I want to turn on subtitles, please. Subtitles. Thank you. Yes. We're on the same wavelength. Heck yeah. First thing, I realized I forgot to do it at the very start. Look at his... Look at that cutie boy. Ooh, look at that hair. This game is gorgeous. Holy crap. Oh my god, look at the draw distance too. I can actually turn that up if I wanted to. And... Whee! Oh, I'm losing health. Why would they let you do that right at the bat? That's kind of cool. Alright, let's mess around. Okay, gotta jump. Look at his legs. Do a little like... Now that's a good jump. That's a good jump animation. Do I got a punch? Ooh. Got some dodge rolls. I got some Dark Souls over here. First 10 seconds. Hey, I didn't know I was gonna fall off. I'm so used to games such like having like all these boundaries and stuff. Alright, gotta roll, gotta roll. Alright, looks like that's it for now. Cool, cool, cool. Hey, boss! Obi-Wan! Where are you at, Obi-Wan? You're probably dead in this timeline. I don't know when this takes place, so... Cinnamon, are you happy that we turned on subtitles? Alien language. Great, thanks. What are you guys doing? Am I gonna have to lock you out of the room?
What if I screw up, take a fall? I got a family to worry about.
A rigger with a family? Oh, friend, you made some poor life.
After Order 66, but before the episode. Cool. Why would they make it so that I have to jump? Who built this?
Can't be more than a few years old.
Yeah, aged worse than you did, though.
Ha ha!
Stop progress.
Ha ha ha!
Don't worry about it.
Like, I was just like, sorry, your walkway's going.
You say that every time.
Remember the old days when we built serviced our gear?
Yeah, those were the days.
This Imperial contract is bantha voodoo. Got us paying to maintain our own equipment.
Blue Man Group.
Never know when one of those droids are listening.
Hey, friend. Fuck OSHA. Hello, Jim. Braca.
Separatist ship. Haven't seen a Luke or Hulk in ages.
Yeah. Ages.
Breaking her will be big money. All right, let's go.
I've always loved how in Star Wars, like, there's so many different types of ships, and like, there's so many different characters that have like personalized ships and stuff built just for them. But they're still like, everyone still tries to like name them and like say like which manufacturer they're from and stuff. It's like, it doesn't matter. If you call it a cool Stardust, if you give it a cool name, it doesn't matter like where it came from and who built it. Oh no! Donkey Kong, why'd you do that?
Yeah, I'm good. Ladder's out, though. Gonna have to find another way.
Yeah, no problem. I'll improvise.
I'll find a way.
Hey there, pal.
I can jump really high. I'm a Jedi. Whee! Oh, I got the. I got yes. I got the dual leg jump. Whee! All right, anyway, I'll stop messing around. Ooh, yeah, this is the alternative way.
Depart this barge immediately. You are not approved trash.
Rude.
Trash. Just not approved trash.
Oh, you don't have to be so self-deprecating. It's gonna be like an Avatar Secret Earthbender stitch. Yeah, probably. Look at this guy's head. It looks like he got bonked on the head far too many times. This controls really well. A gonk droid! Gonk! Mr. Gonk! Yes. Did you know that? Is that a normal jump in Star Wars? I don't know. Oh, you mean like with Force? I love... Oh my god, in Clone Wars, I love that they expand the universe in Clone Wars so much that they explain why Jedi can, like, jump so good, and it's basically that they just use the Force to jump. Which, I mean, I feel like, yeah, you kind of got that, but, like, Nobody's just like, that guy jumps really high. Oh my god. Because there was like this whole scene with Ahsoka jumping across like this chasm because she was trying to like hide. Oh, is there anything cool down there? She was trying to hide her force powers, and she couldn't make the jump without using the force. And everyone, and the two people that she was with were like, "How did you make that jump so good?" She's like, I'm just good. I'm strong. I got good legs."
Easy there.
Just passing through.
Careful, stabilizer's out. Kilo Tominos. I told you to replace the stabilizer. Does this look fixed to you?
What's that say? Left trigger. Got some Assassin's Creed up in here.
Close to finishing ahead of schedule. I can just about taste it.
Greedo.
It's gonna be a wild night tonight. Let's get this job done.
It's probably like super racist to call him Greedo, but whatever. Ooh! Then they turned her over for the bounty. Exactly.
Now,
Good to see you.
you too.
Oh!
Get yourself killed.
Oh! Is this my girlfriend? Let me get a good look at my girlfriend. What? There she is. Yeah. I will say one thing, for what it's worth, and I know a lot of people always like. I know a lot of my friends who aren't super big fans of Assassin's Creed, but I feel like there were definitely a lot of gameplay mechanics that worked really well in that game, and a lot of other games have taken it. Oh, I was gonna say, how is he gonna get past that little bar?
Sounds like scrap rats.
Ratos.
B. Just passing through, guys. No need to come out and say hi this time.
Why is this the way that we need to go? They don't have like floating work chairs or anything? Not every rodeo is Greedo. I always wanted an Assassin's Creed. Oh, hey, boss.
I'll meet you at the clamps.
Sounds good. Be there soon.
I always wanted an Assassin's Creed that took place in modern times. Not like our modern times, but the modern times in... Well, why'd you do that? Robot? Like, they never expanded the story past that. And they were just like... Oh, aliens, and then...
How'd you get here?
Is that my girlfriend? What's her face from Doctor Strange? I guess, are we going down? Yeah, I feel like floating chairs in this workspace would be so much more better. Yeah, that's Star Wars racism. As opposed to regular racism. Look at my skip! A Republic dropship! Also, one of my other favorite things about Assassin's Creed 1 especially is that they really like dug deep in. Oops, I just pressed the wrong button. They really dug in their heels deep with the whole like animus thing, and I really always liked the storyline. Is like one reason why Ezio, or not Ezio, Altair can't swim in the game is because the animus had a bug. Is that a Sarlacc? I don't think that's a Sarlacc. It is a Sarlacc! It's got teeth! You guys, everyone know that there's a Sarlacc right here?
Override lever below. Got it. Your turn.
I guess it's their dump.
Hold on. All right, clamp secured.
Why is this the way I must do this?
You okay?
Still here.
Give me a fright there, pal.
Like, there's not like a... There's not... Doesn't dude have like a rope?
Get out up here.
He's the worst coworker ever.
Look at this. It's a Jedi fighter. What a score. It's a real scrapper's payday. I mean, this he's been here, what, 4 years?
5.
Whoever flew this went down in a blaze of glory. Those Jedi. Real tragedy.
They fell over.
Always said they couldn't all be traitors.
Yeah, maybe.
Guess it's just our lucky day. Empire's gonna get a lot of good material out of it. Yeah, here we are, scrapping these ships from the war just so they can turn around and make new ones. A racket, huh? All of us risking our necks for the bosses. And the pay was better back during the Republic, too.
Hey, you really should watch what you say.
Listen to me. Find us feel like this, maybe you take it off this soggy rock.
What makes you think I want out of here?
Come on, Cal, you're a young guy. You don't end up like me. Eventually,
How old are you anyway?
move on and live your life.
How fast do you age?
Whatever you say. Hey, we should get back down.
You're not listening to me. What was that?
He's 7, thank you very much. Peak sexual age. Whee! Oh, this is fun. Follow him. Oh no! Whoa! Ow, my face.
Bro, you okay?
Cal, I can't climb up.
No!
Stay on.
I'm slipping.
No! Don't fall into the Sarlacc!
I can't hold on.
You okay, bro?
I'm all right.
That was a good... I like that introduction. That was a good introduction to that.
I'll get us out of here. Just hang on.
Watch out, Cal.
Look out. This thing is barely flying.
And it gave me autonomy as a player character. Or as a player, rather. I mean, this is a lot of falling over. The game's called Jedi Falling Over. That was perfect. That was perfect. Hi, technical difficulties.
What was that back there? Was that you?
It actually sounded like it came from the game. That was-
I've seen the stories. I've heard it. Bounties out on people like you.
I know.
Yeah, we're ready. We need to be careful. Yeah.
I wonder what would have happened if I didn't press right bumper.
You holding up okay?
Good. You?
Yeah. Cal, I've been working with you some time now. I've never seen you do anything like that before. We've been through some hell together. So,
Yeah, literally, don't say anything, please, Prof.
This place. It's not safe. Maybe you should, disappear.
Just gotta head back to my place, grab my bag. Tappers owes me a favor.
I heard he was up on Mount Shadowah.
Yeah. You won't be seeing me for a while, Prof.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Cal.
What? Prof, no! I gotta say hi to my gonk. Hi, gonk. Gonk, gonk, gonk. Let's get a sandwich. Well, I mean, I'm glad you went to go get a sandwich. So basically, so Prof and Cal were sitting here after, you know, the crazy slidey falling over that just happened, and so Prof was just like, you gotta. I've never seen you do that, bro. You gotta go. And Cal was like, yeah, I better go. And so, and then all of a sudden, Cal falls asleep on the train, and then Prof disappears. But we don't know how long Cal was asleep. It was a very like, oh hey Greedo! It's Greedo! Is that the same Greedo? Is that just Greedo? Is that my girlfriend again? Yeah, there she is. Ooh, look at these particle effects. Prof, where you going, bud? Up. Up. Whoa. I was like, damn it, EA! And then I realized that it was on purpose.
Where are you going?
Prof, what's going on, bud? Open the door! Hold on! How much you want to bet? How much? how do you think we can open this door? How many? You think the next one will work? That's what I thought! I mean, it probably has to do with the fact that I turned certain graphics down a little bit, so, like, the effect may not have happened the same way that it was intended. But I thought for a second, then I was like, whoa, oops. I don't think this door's gonna open, guys. Maybe the next time. Okay. Maybe 5 more? That didn't work either. Oh. But yeah, maybe 66 times. Okay, we'll do that. We'll start over, though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, Darth, you distracted me. Now I gotta start over. Oh, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you're onto something with 66, though. 5.
Execute order 66.
What? What? Did you guys know? Did you guys actually know that was gonna happen? Holy shit. Oh my god. That was in the game. That was in the game. I must have hit it 66 times. No. I didn't do that. That wasn't me, and there were also subtitles. I have proof. Oh my god, that's amazing. That was in the game. It was Star Sidious, and he went and said, Order 66. It was so good. Oh my god. Wait, no, I can't do it anymore. I'm clicking right stick. I'm clicking the right stick. You can hear it. I can't click it anymore. It's done. That was a good Easter egg, and I'm not. I actually am very suspicious that Darth knew that this was going to happen. Then again, he did tell me to just turn around already. Holy crap. 10 out of 10, please. All right. Execute Order 66. All right. Wow. Ooh. Oh my god, I love this shit in video games. I love this stuff. The first time I noticed, or the first time I've experienced something, I was watching two best friends play Evil Within. Evil Within did a lot of this stuff, where like you would face a wall, turn around, and it would just be like a completely different area. And you said Order 66 because you wanted to see each time. It was not a waste of time. That was 100% not a waste of time. I will 100% clip that later. Ooh, I like his like. He's like, "Oh, what the fuck is going on?" I like this stance that he's taking. R2D7. Whoa. Where's the bathroom? I gotta take a shit. This is scaring the pachoops out of me. Oh, can I go back? Okay, I guess I can go back a little bit. Whoa!
Apprentice, mark well and listen.
Master.
Trust only in the Force.
Trying to stop
Whoa, what is that? That guy's race was in what was that? What's the race of that guy called? The Master Jaro. What is his race? I don't remember what his. There's a character in Rebels that's that race, and he was supposed to be like the last of his kind. Yeah, it's Zeb's character. I think? Lasat, yes! Like, Zeb was supposed to be like one of the last Lasats alive. Ooh, is that an Inquisitor?
Is this all a loop?
Yes, second sister.
We seek a dangerous fugitive. This is no common anarchist, but a devotee of the treasonous Jedi Order. Failure to turn over this
Shrek!
will result in a charge of sedition. Turn yourself in, or everyone present shall face summary execution.
I think it's time someone came forward. I've been working on this heap a long time. Way before the war. We refit and rebuilt ships. Best in the galaxy. Then came the Empire. And engineers became scrappers. The workers just started getting worked.
What?
All know the truth.
Why are you pulling it out?
We're just too afraid to say it. To the Empire, we're all just expendable.
Yes, you are.
No!
Look at this, a lightsaber.
I found the Jedi!
Checking out the disturbance.
Oh, that hurts.
Hold it! Don't move! How'd you get here?
Easy now.
Got a stowaway.
Hey, you don't need to call this in.
Quiet. This is TK-8190. Repeat, did you say Jedi? Copy that. I've got the traitor here. I see you!
Oh, I wanted to see if there were more dialogue. Ooh, that combat already feels really good. And there's like a little bit of like rumble too as soon as I hit. And the swings. Oh, it feels so good. Whoa, the backstab. Heck yeah. That's some Aragorn shit right there.
Hear that over the comm? Jedi? Stay sharp. They won't get past us. The traitor, blast him. I can't hit him.
Oh, that's cool.
On the enemy. Alright, clip it. Contact confirmed. Shoot to kill.
Ow.
Someone else get up there. Keep away from him. No survivors. Shoot him. I've sealed the cargo door. Solid copy.
This combat's great, Al. This feels really, really good. Beep bop boop boop. Beep bop boop boop. Whoa! Oops. I forgot to press left trigger.
Gotta keep moving.
Just keep moving, just keep moving. Who's there? No one's there. Oh.
I chose to rest instead. That's how I prepare.
That's how you prepare for death. Rest when you're dead, Stormtrooper. Hostile approaching.
All right.
Oh, cool. I like the target lock.
Stay down. So one-on-one fight now.
Okay, we got a parry.
You won't get away.
Cool. Alright, parries do double attack. That's cool. When does the youngling killing? It's the deals. Whoa! Slow an enemy. Cool. Oh, that looks cool. That feels so good. And these finishers look great too. Waddle, 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 waddle. Oh, yeah.
This way, I'm ready for it.
Assassination. Can I climb up in here at all? If he comes that way, I'm ready for him. But now I'm not ready. Oh, here we go. It's EA, you have to buy loot chest and hope for younglings. Yes, I got a child! Oh, look at these boys. Come here, children. Do these guys count as younglings? Nope. Oh, that was cool. Oh, you got me. I like this idea of bullet time being focused on one person, you know? That's a really neat effect. Instead of it being like bullet time for like the whole like group of people. It's a unique spin on bullet time. I like it a lot.
Get to the front. Stop the train. Oh no!
Oh no.
Gotta move in between bursts. Now.
Woo! Whoa! That's not a TIE fighter! That's gonna blow up, that's for sure. Or maybe not. Whoa! Loser! Well, that's not good.
Gotta get down.
Ah! Give me a Homer yell. Whee! This Jedi is falling over. That's for sure.
Whoa! This is bad. Only way is up.
You could say that this game is off the rails. Whoa! Subtitles. Exertion. Exert. Good subtitles. Was that a dead stormtrooper right there? I think that was. And unfollowed. No, who's that? Master?
We're here to help!
Who are you?
No time! Keep moving! We'll pick you up when we can!
Thank you, Miss MacGuffin. You heard of Jedi training, but this is ridiculous. Now that's a good one. That's a good one. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, cool, another train. No! Jedi has fallen over! Welp. It's Galaxy... Someone else will save the... Ahsoka will save the galaxy. Cal just didn't have it, man.
Right after it. Take it myself.
Can you? I mean, you did earlier, but... Ow. Ow. I like that the enemy stamina bars are shown. That's kind of neat. I wonder if on harder difficulties they're not. Ow. Blocking those things is still kind of hard, the timing wise.
What now?
Keep your distance. Runs right up to you.
Trade stuff? No, this can't be good.
The Millennium Eagle? Yes! More sliding! Go right in! Yeah! Is this the express train? Jump! Whoa. Ow, my head! That's not good.
Going somewhere. I recognize that stance. Perhaps you've had some training after all. Who's your master? Padawan? Someone I killed, perhaps? What Jedi gave their life so that you might live?
Whoa. Whoa! Cool. I'm glad that we get to fight her already. Your force meter is empty. Damage enemies to regain. Oh, okay. I got a force meter.
You can't match my speed.
Whoa! Alright, those are unblockable. Quickly recover after being knocked down. I'm damaging her, that's cool. Why did they game me out? Yeah, Needle just like went crazy and started running around somewhere. I don't know where he went. Oh, look at those marks on her armor. That's so cool. Ooh, I parried her a little bit. Nice. That's unblockable. Ow. Whoa, that took down a lot of my health.
That strike will be your last.
Ooh, got a mash. I almost died there. Run! There's a Darth Vader behind you! Go! Yeah, like that's gonna work, lady. You know this. Just go! Whoa, that's scary. Well, that's what you get for driving a B-Wing.
Okay, shut that thing off and grab some seed.
Is that the same kind of guy? I don't know if it's... I know it's not the same guy, but his race... Is that the one that, that was in Solo?
And this is my captain, Grease Ridus.
How you doing?
Is that the same kind of,
But you better pay attention.
character that was in Solo? The pilot? Yeah, I think he had 4 arms, too.
Kestis. Who was that back there?
An Imperial Inquisitor. She's a Force user hunting Jedi survivors. And now that she knows who you are, she will not stop until she destroys you.
How do you know so much? And why'd you help me?
We track Imperial communications. We heard the Inquisitors were heading to Bracca. So we made our move.
Oh, yeah? And what's the bounty on Jedi these days anyway?
That's gratitude for you.
Look, I get it. You've been surviving on your own for so long that it's impossible to trust anyone. And it's what's kept you alive. But this is about something bigger than just surviving.
Like what?
Like rebuilding the Jedi Order.
Like you're falling over too much.
You too?
Cal?
Anybody else?
Oh, we're not good enough for you?
The Jedi Council?
They're gone.
So I'm all you've got.
Captain, set a course for Bogano. Try and relax. Go, you're safe. For now.
You gotta move on and live your life. Find your destiny. Calico!
Prof.
Talking in your sleep,
Oh, Prof.
weirdo.
I'm pretty sure there are a number of races that, like, are defined by the fact that they talk in their sleep, dude. Like, come on. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Ooh! Is that a crafting bench? Can I Minecraft? What a Minecraft. All right, I think we're gonna call it here for today. I kind of wanted to get started. I know this is a little bit shorter than I usually go, but I'm already really excited to keep playing this game. I don't know. I ever since I watched Clone Wars, I've been such a huge fan of Star Wars. I mean, I always liked Star Wars before, but and I know that there's been not a whole lot of games that have really like expanded, I guess, the like there's been more like books and cartoons and stuff that expanded the storyline, I suppose. But like I feel like there haven't been a lot of games that have done that sort of thing. Am I wrong in that? Aside from like some of the earlier stuff, like stuff that you've played, Chogda, or you and Cinnamon, and I'm sure other people have played too, like Dark Forces and maybe I guess Force Unleashed, I guess, as well. I guess I don't know, like I don't know at what point things start becoming canon versus non-canon. My mind has always been like, in my mind, non-canon stuff that like George Lucas decided was non-canon versus canon. Like it's all canon to me. To me, this is all canon because like I feel like in a universe like Star Wars, I feel like you can have stories of characters that are just stories of those characters, I guess, if you want to call it. Because, like, in certain ways, a lot of these characters are, like, they're, like, legendary characters, right? Like, people like Han Solo, people like Luke Skywalker, like, even, like, a lot of, like, the Sith people, and what is the guy's name from Dark Forces, as well? I can't remember his name. But like in my head canon of Star Wars, all of these stories are canon. Kyle Katarn, yeah. All of these in my head canon, all of these stories are canon because, like, in a universe like Star Wars where there are just so many people and races and characters and stuff. Like, a lot of the way that I kind of see it is like if a story doesn't necessarily match up to another type of story, you can sort of view that as like someone just in the universe telling the story of this legendary type character. And so what if some of the details are wrong and don't fit up? Like, people hear and know who these characters are, right? And even if they just hear like fleeting like news of what like occurrence happened during the wars that over the years, like, I don't know, they're just stories of these people, so it's like, who cares if they don't match up? You're basically talking my biggest gripe of nostalgia culture, just make interesting stories outside of the main plot. Exactly. Like, I don't care. Like, there were so many people that were like up in arms and so like blah, 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 about the Solo movie. I loved the Solo movie. I thought it was one of the best Star Wars movies I've ever seen, let alone, like, it was just a fun ass movie. I really, really liked it, and there were so many people that were like, like he got his name because he doesn't have a last name, and they were like, "Oh, you're Solo." It's like that's not, that's not anything. Like, what is that, right? As opposed to everything has to be canon to fit into the narrative. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, it doesn't have to be. Like, oh my god, like people like Lord of the Rings, for instance. I feel like there's so many instances of Lord of the Rings where like it doesn't really like fit anywhere, but it's just a story. It's like, who cares? It's still a good story. I think a bigger gripe that people should have is when a character does something that is so out of character for them that they might as well have just been a different character. I mean, that's my bigger gripe with certain characters in Star Wars. Like, a lot of there's times when like they'll just do something that's so like, why did you do that? That doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you do that? Like, as a character, that doesn't, like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't really think of a super example off the top of my head, but yeah, Tolkien wrote 10,000 years of history. Exactly. That is my whole thing with this. There's like this. Like, you have Cal. He said his last name. Cannoli. I don't know. Cal Cannoli, whatever he said his name was. Like, you just have. There's so many other characters besides Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, and Rey. Like, there's bound to be people that are just doing stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's my thing about it. It's like, just like one of my favorite stories that is quote unquote non-canon was this whole. I picked up at Goodwill. I picked up this bounty hunter book, that just tells the stories of all the bounty hunters from the original series. Things like, you know, there's a short story about Boba Fett. There's a short story about Greedo. They're all like in a collection together, right? Like, it's all like little novellas. And one of my favorite stories is in that book, and it's a story about IG-88 and the fact that, like, in the background of all this stuff that's happening with the main storyline with Vader and Skywalker and Solo and Leia and all this other stuff, right? You have this background story of this character, IG-88, who's an assassin droid, and you find out his origin. You find out, like, what makes him an assassin droid. You find out, like, who built him and all these characters that are associated with him, and like his becoming a bounty hunter, in a sense. You find out his connections to Darth Vader. You find out his connections to Boba Fett, and like at the end of the story, you find out that IG-88 like was this huge mastermind about taking over this industrial planet. He was like gonna make like he had this whole like scheme, this whole like gigantic like manifesto about how he was going to like eradicate like biological things in the universe, like in all the galaxy. He was just going to completely like eradicate like biological beings and only make clones of himself that all shared that his mind, his artificial intelligence. And all this was happening in like in this story. Like the gears of the plan had already started coming to fruition. Like he had taken over this planet, this industrial like planet. And Darth Vader goes, he doesn't suspect anything. He's just like, oh, just yeah, he was basically going to be Ultron. And like I don't exactly remember how it was stopped, but like something happened where I don't, there was another character that was involved, and they ended up like stopping the whole plot from coming to full fruition. But like you find out that like you're like IG-88 was going to destroy the galaxy while this was going on. And then like some random character came and blew him up, and that was it. Like, I love little stories like that. Like, it just adds so much, like, little things to a universe. And, like, if people just... I feel like if Lucas and Disney would just let people, like... Just let people explore the universe. Who cares? Like, that was what freaking Larry Niven did. One of my favorite sci-fi authors. He wrote The Man-Kazin Wars and Ringworld. Like, he opened up his universe to all these other authors. And he was just like, yeah, just write. Who cares? Just write whatever you want in my universe. Some of Vader's best stuff is in the comic books. I do know that. And I haven't jumped into those comic books yet. So, the story we all want is what happened with Bosk's shoes. I want a story about what happened to Luke's hand. I feel like I've seen something with that before. Is that a thing? Like, what happened to Luke's hand? Is there, like, just, like, a preserved, like, Luke's hand somewhere? Like, some collector? Like, just, oh, it's Luke's hand. He's just, like, giving the finger. Some of the expanded universe does make use of Luke's hand. That's cool. That's cool. I want to jump into that. Yeah, I've been getting big into, like, all the expanded universe Star Wars stuff. I want to keep reading a bit. But speaking of expanded universe type stuff, before I go real quick, I'm currently reading I'm speaking of expanded universe but talking about something else. So I picked up on Google Play, I had a discount, and I picked up Halo: The Flood, which I think is one of the first books in the Halo book series or whatever. But some of the Halo books are really good too. Just I'm talking about, like, expanded universe stuff in general. I read Fall of Reach. It was pretty good. You find out the, like, Master Chief's origin and stuff. But one thing I find really funny about The Flood as a book is that it's just a retelling, almost dialogue per dialogue and retelling of the events of the first Halo game, and it's just hilarious to read through it because, like, I know that dialogue, and I'm just like, why you couldn't come up with some little extra that you could have added into it a little bit. But yeah, I'm really excited to continue. Thank you guys for coming out, and oh my god, I cannot believe that freaking door had an Easter egg. I can't believe it had an Easter egg. And I love the fact that I was not able to continue pressing the button. Yeah, it's kind of like that, Trogdor. It's kind of like that. One of my favorite pieces of text in that book so far is, the Master Chief shot 2 grunts in the head as he watched the number on his assault rifle tick down one by one, and then he reloaded with an extra pack and shot 2 more grunts in the head. Oh my god, I know about Luke Skywalker. Oh my god, what a character. Oh my god. Luke Skywalker. All right. Anyway, so yeah, I'm excited to continue. This will be. I'm gonna try to play until the end. I don't know how long this game is gonna be, but yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming out, and we'll continue this next time. We'll do a draw. We will definitely do a draw on Thursday. I don't know what it's gonna be. If you guys have any suggestions, feel free to hit my Twitter up. Hit my Twitter up with any suggestions. There's a link in the thing, in that thing below the screen that you're watching. There should be a link there. And I think Trogdor is streaming today as well tonight. He usually goes around 5 Central Time. And if Darth is still here, I'm not sure what his exact schedule is, but make sure to give him a follow as well, so that way you keep on his schedule when he goes live. Darth is such a cutie boy. J-Flow is also such a cutie boy. Everybody's a cutie boy. Even if you're a girl, you're a cutie boy. In this chat, in this stream. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Alright, guys. I'm headed out. I got some work to do. You guys go get back to work. Lunchtime's over. Get back to work. Just like Calrissian. Just like Lando Calrissian right here. I'll tell you who isn't gonna go back to work. Prof. Oh, poor Prof. Poor Prof. Alright. I love you guys. Take it easy. Be safe. Make sure to wash your hands just like the doctor said so. Bye. Love you. Too soon. Prof made me run all the way around the freaking Star Destroyer in order to see the Jedi fighter. He couldn't just throw a rope down? I mean, come on. Was he really my friend? Alright, bye guys. Love you. Take it easy.
Your soul is